Poems are not riddles. I saw this in a video that somebody else made, and that's true. Poems are not riddles. The other thing he said, though, that I don't know if I fully agree with, is that poems are not narrative. And though that can be true, it's not an absolute. And I know that because that's the kind of school I went to learn these things. There was a lot of emphasis, actually, on narrative in poetic verse form. Not just prose, but, with line breaks and everything, there is still a possibility for narrative. And I guess it's an opportunity to share, I'll share one anyway, that I wrote. It's in this periodical right here. Of course, it has a bloodshot eye and bullets on the back. It seems natural. It seems like a good fit for me. This was published in 2007, so it is old, but I'll read one of the pieces. 1976 Chevrolet Malibu. On the way, if I can read, 1976 Chevrolet Malibu. On the highway, the hood up, exposing a wide unknown territory of hoses and steel spewing smoke, Mom wiped her brow to hide her tears. She let me take care of my sister in her car seat behind me while she ran for water to cool the rad. The baby cried as we drove home. Mom stared ahead at a wide Alberta orange sunset. In the garage doorway with bare feet and lips stained Smarties red-brown, I watched Dad decode viscous black mysteries like displacement and air-to-fuel ratios with patience. As he forced a socket, twisting the ratchet with hands that could crush my neck, Mom grabbed my shoulder, hissing, "Get inside where it's civilized." So that's narrative. I would say. It even includes dialogue. A lot of the stuff I wrote in university at this time included verbal representation on the page as a means of more directly getting across that sense of place, I guess. That's what I was trying to do there, is this kind of, especially with that poem, there's this kind of forbidden nature due to the way we're socialized, for good and for bad, whether we like it or not. Gender roles exist, and they certainly existed back then, especially. So that's why I was the daughter, but I was kind of not really supposed to be in that environment where men are. And so I found myself, even as a young kid, listening to what people in that environment are saying. And I enjoy representing that through just speech in poetry, because it offers that brevity that you're trying to achieve, in verse especially. And it just is a nice separation between the actual poetic kind of speak and then something else. I hope that makes some kind of sense. But anyway, it also just represents the different culture that happens when we live in this world of, you do this and you do that, and somehow the two worlds collide, but the gears don't really do this. It's more of a kind of an idea. We didn't quite get the clutch all the way in when we were shifting, and there was a mistake. That's sort of an analogy that I just made up. But that's how it always felt. It always felt like I was this outsider looking in. And yet I know that, everybody drives cars. Why can only some people, usually men, fix them? I don't know. When you're 4 years old, these are the things that occur to you. So, that's about all I can really say. I have to go to work. So, otherwise I would talk more. But I will use this opportunity now that I'm remembering. Do let me know about doing like another live, whether it be for a special occasion like Valentine's or something, or just because. That would be fun to do again. We had a nice time on Christmas, so be kind of nice to be able to interact with you again. So let me know if you have thoughts on that. And of course, we have the subscribe button and a video down there, of course, to go ahead and watch. It means a lot when you do those things. So I hope that you will. And I hope that my sharing this little bit of poetry really fast was pleasant. I'll see you later.